Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question that cuts to the core of our existence. What is the point of living a long life if you're not truly alive? If you're not vital, if you're not engaged, if you're not contributing, then what is the purpose of those extra years? The truth is, aging is inevitable, but how you age, that's up to you. And if you don't take responsibility for it, you're going to suffer. You're going to become a burden to yourself and to others, and no one wants that. So let's talk about the 5 golden habits for healthy aging. Habits that can transform the latter years of your life into something meaningful, something powerful, something worth living. Let's begin with the most fundamental habit for healthy aging, cultivating a sense of purpose. This is not some abstract feel-good concept. It's a psychological necessity, deeply rooted in the structure of human existence. Without purpose, life becomes a series of meaningless events, and without meaning, you are left vulnerable to despair, depression, and decline. Purpose is the North Star that guides you through the chaos of life, especially as you age. It gives you a reason to wake up in the morning, to push through challenges, and to strive for something greater than yourself. And here's the critical point. Purpose doesn't just magically appear. You have to actively seek it out, nurture it, and integrate it into your daily life. As you age, the roles that once defined you, parent, employee, caregiver, may shift or disappear entirely. Retirement, for example, can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it offers freedom. On the other, it can leave you feeling untethered, as if you've lost your place in the world. This is why you must deliberately create a new sense of purpose. It could be something as simple as tending to a garden which connects you to the cycles of nature and provides a tangible sense of accomplishment, or it could be something more ambitious like mentoring younger generations, sharing the wisdom you've accumulated over decades. The key is to find something that resonates with you, something that aligns with your values and interests, and something that contributes to the world in a meaningful way. Purpose is not just about feeling good, it's about staying engaged with life. Research shows that individuals with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to maintain their physical and cognitive health as they age. They have lower rates of chronic illness, better immune function, and a reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. Why? Because purpose motivates you to take care of yourself. It gives you a reason to eat well, exercise, and stay socially connected. It pushes you to keep learning and growing even when it would be easier to stagnate. In essence, purpose is the antidote to the lethargy and resignation that can creep in as you get older. But here's the challenge. Purpose requires effort. It requires you to confront the discomfort of uncertainty and to take responsibility for your own life. You can't sit back and wait for meaning to find you. You have to go out and create it. This might mean stepping outside your comfort zone, trying new things, or even facing failure. But the alternative, a life devoid of purpose, is far worse. Without it, you risk becoming a passive observer of your own existence, drifting aimlessly toward an inevitable end. So, ask yourself, what gives your life meaning? What legacy do you want to leave behind? And most importantly, what are you going to do about it today? Because the sooner you start, the richer and more fulfilling your later years will be. Movement is not just a recommendation for healthy aging, it's a non-negotiable requirement. Your body is a complex, interconnected system, and if you neglect it, it will deteriorate. It's as simple as that. The phrase "use it or lose it" is not a cliche, it's a biological reality. Muscles atrophy, joints stiffen, and bones weaken when they're not actively engaged. But here's the good news. Movement is one of the most powerful tools you have to combat the physical decline that often accompanies aging. It's not about becoming a marathon runner or a bodybuilder, unless that's your goal, but about incorporating consistent, intentional physical activity into your daily life. The benefits of regular movement are staggering, and they extend far beyond the obvious improvements in strength and flexibility. Exercise boosts cardiovascular health, reducing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and high blood pressure, conditions that become increasingly prevalent as you age. It enhances your balance and coordination, which are critical for preventing falls, one of the leading causes of injury and disability in older adults. Movement also stimulates the production of endorphins, those natural mood elevators that help combat depression and anxiety, which can creep in during later years. But perhaps most importantly, physical activity has a profound impact on your brain. Studies show that exercise increases blood flow to the brain, promotes the growth of new neurons, and improves cognitive function. It's like a natural anti-aging pill for your mind. The key to reaping these benefits is consistency. You don't need to spend hours at the gym or push yourself to the point of exhaustion. Even moderate activities like walking, swimming, or gardening can make a significant difference if done regularly. The goal is to find something you enjoy, something that doesn't feel like a chore, so you're more likely to stick with it. For some, that might mean joining a dance class or taking up Tai Chi. For others, it could be as simple as a daily walk around the neighborhood. The important thing is to keep moving, day after day, week after week. But let's be honest, staying active as you age isn't always easy. There will be days when you feel tired, achy, or unmotivated. That's normal. The challenge is to push through those moments, to remind yourself why movement matters. It's not just about looking good or fitting into your clothes. It's about maintaining your independence, your vitality, and your ability to engage fully with life. Every step you take, every stretch you do, every weight you lift is an investment in your future self. It's a way of saying, I value my health and I'm willing to fight for it. So start today. Take that first step, no matter how small, because the sooner you make movement a habit, the stronger, healthier, and more resilient you'll be in the years to come. Your brain is the command center of your existence, the organ that allows you to think, feel, remember, and create. But here's the thing, it's not a static machine, it's a dynamic, ever-changing system that requires constant care and stimulation. If you neglect it, it will deteriorate, and with it, your ability to navigate the world. This is why feeding your brain, both literally and figuratively, is one of the most critical habits for healthy aging. It's not just about preserving memory or avoiding dementia, it's about maintaining your capacity to learn, adapt, and engage with life in a meaningful way. Let's start with the literal aspect, nutrition. Your brain is an energy-intensive organ, consuming about 20% of your body's resources, despite making up only 2% of its weight. To function optimally, it needs the right fuel. A diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals has been shown to support cognitive health and reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Foods like fatty fish, nuts, berries, leafy greens, and whole grains are not just good for your body, they are essential for your brain. On the flip side, a diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats can accelerate cognitive decline. So, what you put on your plate matters. It's not just about living longer, it's about thinking clearer. But feeding your brain goes beyond nutrition. It also requires mental stimulation. The brain thrives on challenge and novelty. When you engage in activities that push you out of your comfort zone, whether it's learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or solving complex puzzles, you create new neural connections and strengthen existing ones. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, is the brain's ability to adapt and rewire itself, even as you age. The more you challenge your mind, the more resilient it becomes. This is why lifelong learning is so important. It's not just about acquiring new skills, it's about keeping your brain sharp and agile. Social interaction is another powerful form of mental stimulation. Engaging in meaningful conversations, debating ideas, and sharing experiences all activate different regions of the brain, promoting cognitive health. Isolation, on the other hand, can lead to stagnation and decline, so seek out opportunities to connect with others, whether it's through community groups, book clubs, or even online forums. The goal is to keep your brain active and engaged, to keep it curious and hungry for new experiences. The bottom line is this: your brain is your most valuable asset, and it's up to you to take care of it. Feed it well, challenge it often, and surround it with stimulating environments and relationships. Because a healthy brain isn't just about avoiding decline, it's about thriving, growing, and continuing to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. And that's a goal worth striving for, no matter your age. Humans are inherently social creatures. We are wired for connection, for relationships, for community. This isn't just a philosophical idea, it's a biological fact. Our brains release oxytocin, the so-called bonding hormone, when we interact with others. Our hearts beat in sync with those we care about. Our very survival, historically speaking, depended on our ability to form and maintain social bonds. And yet, as we age, our social circles often shrink. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, and the hustle and bustle of life can leave us feeling isolated. But here's the hard truth. Isolation is not just emotionally painful, it's physically harmful. It increases the risk of depression, cognitive decline, heart disease, and even premature death. This is why building and maintaining social connections is one of the most vital habits for healthy aging. The importance of social connection cannot be overstated. Studies have shown that individuals with strong social ties live longer, healthier lives than those who are isolated. This isn't just about having someone to talk to, it's about having a sense of belonging, of being part of something larger than yourself. Social connections provide emotional support, reduce stress, and give you a reason to stay engaged with the world. They remind you that you're not alone, that your life has value, and that you matter to others. And in return, you give that same gift to them. It's a reciprocal relationship, one that enriches both parties. But maintaining these connections requires effort, especially as you age. It's easy to let relationships slide, to tell yourself you'll call later, or to decline invitations because you're tired or busy. But every time you do that, you're chipping away at your social foundation. You have to be proactive. Reach out to old friends, even if it's just a quick text or phone call. Join clubs or groups that align with your interests, whether it's a book club, a gardening group, or a volunteer organization. Attend community events, even if it feels outside your comfort zone. The goal is to stay connected, to keep building new relationships while nurturing the ones you already have. And let's not forget the role of family. As you age, your relationships with your children, grandchildren, and extended family can become even more meaningful. These bonds provide a sense of continuity, a link between the past and the future, but they too require effort. Make time for family gatherings, share stories, and listen to the younger generations. These interactions not only strengthen your relationships, but also give you a sense of purpose and legacy. The bottom line is this: social connections are not a luxury, they're a necessity. They are the threads that weave the fabric of a meaningful life. So don't let them unravel. Fight for your relationships, invest in them, and cherish them, because in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. And much of that life comes from the people you share it with. Aging is not for the faint of heart. It comes with its own set of challenges, physical limitations, losses, and the inevitable confrontation with mortality. It's easy to become bitter, to focus on what's gone wrong, what's been lost, or what you can no longer do. But bitterness is a poison. It eats away at your soul, leaving you trapped in a cycle of resentment and despair. This is why cultivating gratitude and acceptance is one of the most transformative habits for healthy aging. It's not about ignoring the difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It's about shifting your perspective, about finding light even in the darkest corners of life. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity. When you focus on what you're thankful for, your health, your loved ones, your experiences, you train your brain to see the good in your life. This doesn't mean you ignore the bad, it means you don't let the bad define you. Research shows that practicing gratitude can improve mental health, reduce stress, and even enhance physical well-being. It's like a mental reset button, a way of reminding yourself that despite the challenges, there is still much to appreciate. Start small. Keep a gratitude journal or take a moment each day to reflect on what went well. Over time, this practice can rewire your brain, making it easier to find joy and meaning in everyday moments. But gratitude alone isn't enough. You also need acceptance. Aging brings changes that are often beyond your control. Your body may not move as easily, your energy levels may dip, and you may face losses that leave you grieving. Fighting these realities only leads to frustration and despair. Acceptance, on the other hand, allows you to make peace with what is. It's not about giving up or resigning yourself to a lesser life. It's about acknowledging the truth of your situation and finding ways to adapt. Acceptance frees you from the burden of resistance, allowing you to focus on what you can control rather than wasting energy on what you can't. Together, gratitude and acceptance create a foundation for resilience. They help you navigate the ups and downs of aging with grace and dignity. They remind you that life, even in its later stages, is still full of beauty and possibility. And they give you the strength to keep moving forward even when the path is difficult. So as you age, Make gratitude and acceptance a daily practice. Celebrate the small victories, cherish the moments of connection, and let go of what you cannot change. Because in the end, a life well lived is not about avoiding hardship. It's about finding meaning and joy, even in the midst of it. And that's a habit worth cultivating, no matter your age.